are getting into the spooky spirit. And if you guys don't know, I am doing a Halloween mystery box giveaway. It will end the beginning of the last week of Halloween. I'll have a specific date across the board. I don't have a calendar in front of me right now, so I don't remember the date. But anyways, how you can enter to win. So you only get 2 different chances to enter. One chance is you like this video, hit the subscribe button, go ahead onto my Instagram, follow me on there, then DM me what you guys are going to be for Halloween. And if you guys aren't going to be anything, what you would be if you were going to be. And then your second chance to enter would be going onto TikTok, following me on there, and just sending me a DM saying hi, letting me know that you guys followed me on there. So, 2 chances to enter. Let's dive in. So we are going to actually be talking about some creepy things that really happened on Halloween. We're going to talk about Shirley Ledford. Now, on October 31st, 1976, 16-year-old Shirley Ledford was walking home from a party in the suburbs of Los Angeles when 2 men in a van offered to give her a ride. Now, the next morning, a jogger discovered her mutilated body, an ivy bed in front of just a random home. So police thought it was just this random act of violence. But less than a month later, a tip from a former inmate actually directed police towards Roy Norris and Lawrence Bittaker. Now, they were an electrician and a mechanic who lived and worked in LA. It wasn't long before investigators discovered hundreds of photos of young girls, bloodstained work tools, and horrible recorded tapes of women screaming and begging for mercy. The police had captured the toolbox killers. They were a serial killing team that had abducted, tortured, and killed at least 5 teenage girls in a span of a few months. But nobody knew how horrible these people were until a full confession came from Roy Norris. One of the most gruesome things was what had happened after he convinced Shirley Ledford into their van. Which, you guys, never take rides from strangers. Ever. Especially if they have a van. I mean, even if they don't have a van. But especially if they have a van. Like, that should be a red flag. Now, this happened on a Halloween evening. Bittaker was driving when they picked her up. And Norris offered her some pot, which she refused. Norris then got behind the wheel, while Bittaker went into the back with Shirley. For the next 2 hours, all Norris heard was constant screams. While Norris calmly went through the streets of LA, Bittaker beat her with fists, broke her elbows with a sledgehammer, and sodomized her with a pair of pliers. And all of it was recorded on a tape recorder. Finally, Norris had pulled over, strangled Shirley with a coat hanger that he cinched shut with pliers, and the two just dumped the body in a front lawn. Apparently, Bittaker wanted to see the reaction in the newspapers when the body was discovered. Bittaker received the death sentence, and Norris received 45 years to life. I don't understand how there's so messed up people in this world. Now, the other one I have for you guys is about Lisa Ann French. Gerald Turner wasn't feeling well on Halloween night in 1973. He was living with his live-in girlfriend, Arlene Penn, and they had made plans to go to Arlene's mother that night for dinner. When Arlene got home from work, Turner stopped her at the front door though, and urged her to go ahead without him. Now, this was about 7 p.m. Now, Arlene just shrugged it off and didn't really think much of it. And she drove almost all the way to her mother's house before realizing that she would have been an hour early, so she turned around, as her mother wouldn't be home for another hour. Now, she went back home, wasted the remaining time with her boyfriend, and then went back out. When Arlene got home around 11 p.m., Turner was still up. She noticed that the blanket from their bed was crumpled up in the laundry room. But Arlene just kind of shrugged it off and went to bed. She didn't find out until later that the little girl from down the street had been killed in that same bed just hours before she got home. Lisa Ann French left her house just before 6 p.m., dressed like a miniature hobo. Ragged jeans, a parka, and a battered felt hat. About an hour later, she made her way to Gerald Turner's house. The door was open, but somehow Turner got her up to his bedroom upstairs, where he forced himself onto her. Now, it's said that Lisa actually, they don't know if she died during or just like at the end, but it was so forceful, so traumatic that is what killed her. It's the rape. The rape is what killed her. What this horrible man did to this poor young girl. His body was found on the outskirts of town 3 days after Halloween. Turner was sentenced to 39 years in prison. He was released on parole in 1998, but went back to prison in 2003 for a parole violation. Now, you guys, this case is so horrible, and I want to cover it in a lot more detail, but he essentially, he got out on good behavior, which he should have got life. He shouldn't have been even up for parole for what he did to this little girl. It's just such a heinous act. And the fact that he even got out is awful. It's so terrifying. But he went back to prison for committing another one. So I personally believe that people like that don't change. And I think that those people deserve to be either behind bars or a psychiatric facility or something where they cannot commit these horrible acts on these children, even adults. It's so horrible to take that right away from someone, and to he was so forceful and just terrible to this girl, and she trusted him. She knew him. And that's the thing, it can be someone you know and you just never expected. I mean, a lot of times nowadays there's a lot more things that give you access where you can come across people like that in your area. And honestly, I don't even want to look because I don't know if I want to know. I think it would make me so paranoid. I don't understand how somebody can take advantage of something so innocent, or even look at a child that way. It's so disgusting. If you guys want me to dive into these cases more in depth, definitely let me know, and I will gather every detail I can possibly find about them. But I just think it's crazy that both of these cases happened on Halloween, and that's why I wanted to put kind of a brief like a Cliff Notes version of them for you in 31 Days of Halloween, just because they both happened on Halloween. And I truly think that people are so much more terrifying than anything in the spiritual realm, any type of creature. I don't know, you guys. Just let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Definitely make sure to like this video. Make sure to enter the giveaway and subscribe. So until, well, tomorrow, I love you guys. Bye.